Myself, Dr. Preeti Wala. I'm assistant professor in School of IT. Okay. So today I'm going to teach you about the components of data communication. Okay. We already discussed about the what exactly the computer network and what are the motivational factor behind the computer network. So today I'm just going to tell you the components of data communication. So you might be aware about that computer network and what are the basic things. But if when we will get in this idea that what are the components, definitely you will get to know that how the communication takes place from one place to another place. Okay. So have a look. See here when if we talk about the communication, data communication, it means we should have two devices. Okay, because the communication could be happen between two devices. Okay, so there should be, these are basically the components which you can see in this slide. Okay, that this is and this is, these are basically components of the data communication. So the sender is basically who is responsible to send the data. Okay, sender, one should be sender, the other should be the receiver, the third one which is the medium to which you are going to be send the data, and the masses that what you are going to be sent. So if we are looking here that what are the basic components of the data communication system, so first you will see that sender who is responsible to send the message, the receiver who always responsible to receive the message, the medium, you always require a medium through which you can just send the message exactly that what you are sending. And if you are seeing here, which is the protocol, it means when you are traveling the medium, if you are sending the data through medium, you always require some rules and regulations, because behind this there are lots of science which is working. Okay, so when the sender is sending the data and receiver is receiving the data, so there is some science that always works. There's some rules and regulation. That rules and regulation basically known as protocol, set of rules and regulation. That's why even you can see here how the rule 1, rule 2 and rule n, there is some predefined rules and regulation that how data should transmit from one place to another place. Similarly, on the same way data always travel in medium. So if we look at the components of the data communication, that one which is the sender, okay, the second one which is a receiver who is responsible to receive the message, the third that how the sender is sending the message, okay, there, and how receiver is receiving the message. Because if you look at the data communication, that word data communication, it means the communicating. So communication could be only happen between two devices. So you always the sender, the receiver who receives the data, and the medium, you always require a medium through which you always send a message. Okay, and if you look at the protocol is exactly the rules and regulation through which you are sending the message from one place to another place. So this is exactly that the components of the data communication. I hope that you got it. After this I will also look at the other topic, which is the mode of communication. Mode of communication is exactly when, as in my previous slide I shown you that how the components, and in data communication with exactly the components which are important. So if you look at here that the data flow, it means when the medium, in the medium when the data is transmitting, the data always flowing. Okay, so there is a mode of communication that always happen between two devices. That may be the simplex, that may be the half duplex, and that may be the full duplex. So if you look at here in the after this that the components of the data communication, Then this is the mode of communication. You can just look at this. The mode of communication, that what should be the flow of data, how the data will be, how the communication will be happen between the two devices. Because as earlier we discussed that if you are making the data communication between two devices, so always sender and receiver. Okay, because communication always happen between the sender and receiver who receives and sender who sends the data. So in this case, the simplex is basically that the simplex is one-way communication. One-way communication, it means the sender always sends the data and receiver always receives the data. The direction of data, what would be the flow of data? The flow of data will be always like, even you can see here. You can see here how the direction of data is always showing the single path. Okay, in the one way the data is flowing from this place to this place. This is the mainframe, and to the monitor how the data is just flowing. So this is basically you can just take in the simplex mode. Mode of communication is simplex between sender and receiver. If you look at the second one, walkie-talkie is one of the example of the half duplex. So if you're seeing this, that the half duplex, there may be the sender may be receiver and the receiver may be sender between two stations. Here you are seeing that how the communication is happening between the two stations, but here the sender could be the receiver and receiver could be the sender. But there is a one condition and one constraint. That what exactly the constraint? It means when the sender is sending the data to the receiver, once receiver is receives the data, then it can only act as a sender. I hope that you are getting my point, that what I'm saying. You can just take the example of walkie-talkie. Walkie-talkie is one of the best example of half duplex. Now come to the this one, which is the full duplex. Full duplex is what exactly, which is the direction of data all the time. It means the sender, this is a two-way communication. Here in a full duplex, the sender could be the receiver and the receiver could be a sender. Okay, so this is basically how you can just exchange the role of the sender and receiver. Okay, so direction of data, it means the two-way communication may be happen in the full duplex mode of communication. So what we studied today, we studied the two things. One, which is the components of the data communication, that I told you that how many components of the data communication. I told you the sender, I told you the receiver, I told you the medium to which you are sending the data. Then I told you that the message that you are sending, and after that I told you the protocols, rules and regulations, which is very important. Okay, in my next video class I will just tell you that what is exactly the protocol, and I will elaborate that the OSI reference model and the functionality of the layers. So I hope that you got it and you enjoyed it. So thank you so much, students.